make this a long session, guys, because as you guys might have seen on my channel as well, we got a video that's popping off. Let's check. Look, guys, this video, 2 hours long, right? It's 2 hours, as you guys can see. It's already at 700 and it's growing by the minute. And this is the video where Charlie Morgan himself commented on my video. How amazing is that? We're growing fast, guys. Love it. Beautiful. Let's put the hoodie up, guys. Check the back, bros. Yeah, let's go. We gained 12 subs from this one video. That is absolutely beautiful. That means more traffic to this channel. And also more traffic to the other channel, the business channel. How cool is that? let's say. Different plans. You can have different tiers. School's advancing. Beautiful. Screen is turning black every time. Sick. She's beautiful. Kyla Renee. One sec, boys. Are we back? We're back. Yeah, beautiful. Yes, sir. We just gained another sub. We're at 130 now. It's going steady. Very steady. That's me. Gotta grab the mic. We're gonna give our client, first ever client in the coaching space, some advice. Let's get it. I need to somehow find a way to charge this thing. Where's the... oh, it's on that side. That's annoying. Because obviously this one is gonna run out of battery. Oh. My man sent a different link. What's up with that? Damn. Would be fun if he joined my link. Oh, there we go. What's up, bro? Yeah, it's steady. Sick. What's up, bro? How's stuff on your end? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. It's quite simple, because everything that you just said is all one big limiting belief. That's just how that shit works. Because obviously, listen, we sell AI, done for you services. Obviously, we can implement this on our own, but still, the person that we're working with has to do a few things on his end. But if he refuses to do it, results are not going to be there. And it's the same with a fitness program. If you give someone the exact step-by-step blueprint on how to get fit, but they don't go to the gym, they don't eat the healthy food, it's the same. And for you in the consistency niche, it is also like that, because of course you can never guarantee someone results. Like, even we cannot guarantee it. We can just make sure that it's going to be simpler for them. Not easier, but simpler. Because we give them the blueprint. We give them certain solutions or certain, how do you say it, templates in that kind of way to make sure it's going to be simpler for them to get from X to Y, for instance. And that's the same for you. It's like, you can never guarantee something, but you're just making it so much easier. And especially with your own presence, and like you just said, you're on an extreme dopamine detox. Those are things that also you can implement in your credibility type of things. Like, it's all these things are just ways to add up on top of each other and you essentially show to the client, hey, listen, you can do it. The only thing that is required to do it is yourself. Like, if you don't put yourself to it, then it's never going to work. And that's just how everything goes. That's why that's everything. Not even only in the info. Yeah, Jonas just sent a message. Not even only in the info market, but also in the agency space, also in the real business market. Like, if the employees of a corporate company don't produce the work, it's not gonna work unless, like, I don't know, man. It's a limiting belief in my opinion, but I get where it's coming from because that's the info market. Info market was quite tough, and especially for me as well. That's why that's one of the reasons why I obviously went into the AI space at the moment. But info is tough because I also had a lot of limiting beliefs regarding my deliveries. Like, can I really get someone from X to Y, for instance? But it's like, yes, you can. It's just that they need to be putting in the work, and that's what it is with every single business. So that is that, I guess. Yeah. Yeah. Mm. That's yeah. I'm just brainstorming at the moment as well because you can essentially also be sort of like a you could sort of work in the course if that makes sense. Like, if someone sells a course or an info product, what you can do is you can sort of talk with the course owner or the info product owner, and you can sort of also be like an upsell. So let's say someone buys Charlie Morgan's course, they can also buy you for 2K just to keep them accountable, or like 5K, just as an upsell. And that is being, then it's saying like guaranteed results because it's like you're going to be there every single time. That's just something, obviously, it could use a lot more in-depth explanation, but that's also something quite cool because essentially people who buy courses know exactly what to do. They have the full blueprint. It's just the implementation part. And if you could promote yourself in those courses as like, okay, listen guys, the reason why 90% of you guys are not printing money at the moment is because you lack implementation. Buy me for 5k and I'll help you do that. It sounds, I don't know, weird, but that's essentially what could work potentially. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, that is true. That is true. Like, it's like the inner motivation that you sort of have to implement for the other person. That's a really tough one to actually do, because obviously you cannot sort of decide what is someone's why. Like, what is the reason they do it, and why do they need to succeed? Like, you cannot do that, and that's the main reason why most people actually achieve success, because they have such a strong reason, such a strong motivator to actually do it and put in the work. And that's just something that you cannot do. um, I'm trying to think how you could make it easier. I mean, those are all sorts of tips, obviously, to sort of find out what their why is. Maybe that's something you could implement or utilize in your course as well. But mhm. Yeah, it's interesting, man. It's very interesting. Yeah. Personally, I'm not a fan of more money back guarantees, simply because of the fact that, like, first of all, yeah, like you said in the beginning, it attracts lower quality clients who think, okay, if I don't see success, then I can just pull back my money. Like, it's super low risk for them, and that means that also says something about them, because we all know in business, high risk, high reward. That's just how shit works. And if you have clients who are not willing to take the risk to invest 5k into you, and not knowing for sure if they're actually going to make it back, then that's one thing that says something about the client, about their input and their dedication. Because obviously it is also a factor that could play a role in their why. They can say, well, why do I need to make it succeed? Well, I just put down 5 grand to make this guy help me succeed. So it's like, it says a lot about a client. That's the first thing. And second of all, it's like, I don't know, I don't think you need it, in my opinion, simply because, like I just mentioned, but also because of the fact that people, yeah, what is the other reason actually? I think that's the main reason. It's just that it says a lot about a certain person if they're not willing to put down 5 grand and to take that big risk. I think that's the main point of it actually. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. And that's also something that can work. Like saying that there's like a minimum required effort, and if the client doesn't achieve that minimum required effort, then money back is not an option. But if he actually does and he doesn't see the results, which if you're confident in the deliverables and you know that the deliverables are going to get them results, it's just never gonna happen. Like I think that's also a very steady one to just have like in a contract, because I think I sent you the template of the contract, have like a minimum required. So maybe for you, it's like you need to tick at least 20 boxes in a row of your habit tracker, something like that, just to make sure that they can actually prove that, yeah, water clear, or how do you say that, like watermarked proof or something, that they actually did what was required of them to do. And if they then still don't see results, which is highly doubtful, then yeah, money back is an option. I think that's definitely something that you could implement, especially in a contract. I think that's something steady. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. It's interesting. It's interesting. It's also like, I feel like it's also with your niche is as soon as you actually work with someone, they're motivated as fuck. But I feel like also after like 30 days, it's like it's gonna fall off a little bit. As in like the motivation of the program. Like that's what I always notice for myself as well. You join a new program, you wanna you're very motivated to build it up, and then eventually, regarding the amount of money that you spend, it sort of falls off. I think that's also something. I think with the contracts, because do you sign the contracts with the clients like on a regular basis, as in like every week or every month? Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's definitely a good thing. That's definitely a good thing. Mm, yeah, I mean, I think the money back guarantee after a minimum required effort is something very strong. Mm, yeah. What else, right? I think that's a very good step up to sort of like boost the confidence, because if you're confident that the things that you teach actually make sense and actually get them results, then that's everything you need in that kind of sense. So, as in, like, you being a consistency coach on the long term. it can work, like everything can work. It's just there's a level, I think, with your niche. It's like quite difficult to scale in that kind of sense. Like it's a good niche, obviously, but to make sure that you actually, I'm thinking like it's definitely something interesting, because obviously consistency is something that people actually need. Like there is a big demand for it. I'm just thinking on the long term. I think it would be way more effective, like you said, when you actually meet up with people and make sure that you actually keep people consistent in real life. This is one of the guys that I've also been talking to a little bit. He has like the same thing like Jack Hopkins has, I think. Like this is you can join the Willionaires member club, and it's like you can apply, and I think they're traveling the world with each other and that kind of stuff. But yeah, also you need some capital to start this up. You need to make sure that you actually have the money to travel the world with all these guys. But obviously I don't think their main income stream is actually this business. I think also they do trading, maybe dropshipping, whatever it is. But I think for the sake of you, I think at the moment, just maybe for the next few months or maybe a year as well, it's good to really dive deeper into how do we make sure that when people work with me, they feel pressure. And one guy that I've talked to multiple times, he's from the Netherlands as well, he's making like 300, 400k a month, is this guy, Ambang. What he is utilizing a lot in his program that he sells, he has an info business, but he's also doing, as he calls, 7-figure launches for big influencers and creators. What he says when he's actually selling you into his program, so his info business, is that he's going to make sure that you are feeling pressured. Like he's going to put you in such uncomfort that you are literally, that you just need to move. Like he's going to be your personal mentor, and he's going to make sure that you feel like someone is choking you. That's what he said to me on the call. That's literally his words of saying, okay man, if you join this, I am going to make sure that you will never be able to escape me. Like you have to be this person that is there every single fucking day and just choking their clients. Like obviously not physically, but that is what he's doing. He's making sure that he puts people under pressure. And I know a girl that is in his program. She is 16 and she's making like multiple 5 figures a month. And she joined only a few months ago actually. I think it was in April or March or May, something in that range. And now she's at 5 figures simply because this guy is putting some pressure on them. And I'm trying to still identify how he's doing it. But what I would suggest to you is to make sure, because in his bio he has his YouTube channel, I think it's very good for you to just watch all his videos and just study how he is talking. Study what his story is. Study how sort of he is talking to the camera, because from seeing how people talk, you can really see what is his tonality and why is he saying why he's saying. You know, like when I watch his videos, I've watched all of them at the moment, you can really see and feel through the screen that he makes you feel like you're behind. And even till this day, this guy is sending me DMs and messages on WhatsApp saying, it's unacceptable that you're still at 1k a month, bro. Like literally, bro, it's crazy. He's applying so much pressure. Let me actually share my screen real quick. Like look, obviously it's in Dutch, but look bro, like he just sends me a message and he says, yo bro, are you in Marbella, so like in Spain? And then it's no, in Marbella. And then he says, are you still on 1K, bro? That's unacceptable. Like, he's putting pressure on you. He's literally making fun of you for being so small. He's making fun of you for not being where you should be. Like, it's a very interesting way that he's how he's going about it, essentially. Yeah. Yeah, bro. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, gotta make sure that you do the outreach. That's everything that you have to do to make it work, obviously. For you, it's easier. Like, I can show you my stats, and keep in mind, I'm pitching like creators with over 100K followers. So obviously, I've been consistent. These are days that you might say I'm not consistent, but I'm actually like following up with a lot of people. As you can see, I've already sent 1800 DMs, 100 replies from the actual big creators. I don't think this one is set up well. Yeah, maybe it is. 7 calls booked. So there's that. Then these are just some voice pitches. But I think for you it's going to be way easier, because if we obviously look at this lead sheet, you can see like the amount of followers. Only a few under 100K, but most of them above 100K followers and that kind of stuff. So I think for you, because how do you sort of like source the leads? Like, how do you find leads at the moment? That's smart. I think I've heard that as well. It's like you don't pitch them, but you sort of like indirectly pitch them. So you say, do you have friends? Or in my case, would be creators who need an app. I think that's smart. I've been testing a lot of very direct pitches, as I just noticed actually. All of these are like very direct, saying exactly what we're essentially doing for them. Let's see. Got her to reply, sort of. Look at the follow-ups, bro. It's crazy. But yeah, it's like I'm very straight to the point. That's well, maybe it's my perception, obviously, but creators seem to like it sometimes. Um, I haven't really tested the other things though. Interesting that you bring it up because I've been very straight to the point. Like, what's up, listen, we are pitching this to the biggest creators and influence at the moment. Blah blah blah. It's like, okay. I mean, it depends on who you send it to because obviously you pitch it to guys who have money and people who have money just immediately like smell when you want to sell. There we go with the SWTS framework. But I think this guy as well. It's like, no, it was another guy. Yeah, this one. Like, I just smelled, okay, this guy wants to sell me something. Yo, sick videos. And I just say, what's the pitch, bro? Because people know it, especially I do, obviously. And obviously, I look at his profile and that kind of stuff. It's like, especially the guys with money, they like to be very direct. But people who did invest into a course, but maybe don't really look that professional, you could take a slower approach. It's just like the feeling you need to have with someone, I guess. I think that indirectly pitching them could also really work. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, maybe with the part where you say, do you have friends, etc., etc. I think what most creators will do, they just say no, simply because it sort of like, first of all, requires them too much effort to like reach out to their friends. They just know that they have friends who are procrastinating. It's just the effort from their side is just, the action threshold is just too big in that kind of sense to reach out to their friends because they know, bro. It's like maybe they even know themselves that they are procrastinating. It's just that they don't want to admit it because it's like, I don't know, uncomfortable for them, but also just because they sort of feel that there's a pitch. Also, like you're saying, like they don't know that it's going to be sellable with like a voice message like that. Obviously, they know it's a pitch because obviously you're trying to get referrals. So maybe I would like, in this case, I would personally make it a bit funny. So what I would say is, hey, what's up, man? yeah, beautiful girl, I saw that you have this network and that kind of stuff, or whatever you say. And then with the part of like, do you maybe know like any sort of friends or people from your network who are procrastinator, or maybe even you, like just sort of like whisper and then maybe laugh or something in that range, who could like use my help, just send them over to me, I got the proof, blah blah, something in that range to also like pitch them so you don't lose them in that kind of sense, because obviously your main objective with reaching out to them is to pitch them, and if you sort of like only say that they can send over friends, it sort of excludes them from the process, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think shooting two birds is definitely a good one. Just like making sure that you get them both in the pipeline, sort of, if that makes sense. Mm, yeah, I think that's steady, man. I think that's steady. Mm. Yeah, bro. Me too. Me too. We're making moves, obviously, but it's going slow. We got one call coming up Wednesday, potential 10 to 15k close. But it's going slow on my end as well. Like I haven't closed anyone. One of the guys actually just sent me a message. He was never a good fit, but we just offboarded him because he this guy wanted like 10% of the entire business. Like I don't know, that's just never gonna work. He's just too. He literally admitted himself that he's too lazy to put in the work. So I might as well send him over. No, I don't want you to work with this guy because this guy, bro, he's a pain in the ass. He did put down $100 deposit, but it's like I've known him since March this year, and it's like he never really had the drive to work. It's just yeah, it's going slow as well, man. I'm almost out of all my money as well. Like I got like 500 euros in the bank, so gotta push, man. Gotta put in the volume, and yeah, that's that. Uh, Yeah. Yeah, man. It's yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't have to hop on a call, but I just like to hop on the calls simply to like yeah, see how it goes. Maybe put a little bit of words in. But yeah, I get like a 15% of the sale closed, and also like recurring revenue if that's an option. So it's like yeah, all I have to do is just set appointments. Basically, I'm sort of like an appointment setter. Um, but at the end of the day, I want to move up in the company. I sort of want to climb this ladder. I haven't told the business partners yet. I haven't told Javen and Walt this, but like eventually I want to be one of the co-founders as well. So get like 33%, because obviously it's cool to be an appointment setter, but I wanna work with them, not sort of for them, if that makes sense. Like I'm bringing in the deals, 15%. Maybe it's greedy, but it's just not enough for me. But still, 15% off 15k is 2,250 euros or something in that range. So it's still good, but like I want to make more. Like there has to be levels to this. Yeah. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's what I can easily do, bro. I mean, I actually am talking to one guy that came actually from one of my YouTube videos. Um, but yeah, then first of all he wanted to talk on Discord, which is like a big red flag for me. Like Discord, it's still this app for gamers and that kind of stuff. And second of all, like when I told him that if you want to be a partner, you put 1k down. But then obviously he says no, I can't do that, blah blah. But yeah, now I could like hire him as an appointment setter under me, so he sets appointments for me, and then I can like give him 1% or something. I don't know, sort of like make sort of use of him in that kind of sense. But that's bad, obviously. But yeah, it's quite funny. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, definitely, man. It's like sort of like you sort of receive energy from them in that kind of sense. Sounds a bit wishy-washy, but you get what I mean. Like if they get negative results, and also you're gonna get them as well, because it's like energy transformation, I guess you could call it like that. But it's something interesting. Yep. Yeah, it's the Imperium Academy, right? Nah, I don't really have the, and obviously that excuse, but I don't know. It would be cool, but I know what to do. Like, there's nothing more. Obviously I can do it better, this and that, but I've I've gotten to the point where learning stuff about things that I'm already doing is just not valuable for me. It's like, I don't know. It's a way of like saying, yeah, okay, I can do it even better, but I just need to find out. I need to go to the mod through the mod myself. So it's like, yeah, I don't know. I don't. Obviously, there's a lot of value in there because obviously it's Jordy Morgan, but yeah, I guess that nothing more. Mm-hmm. Of course. Love it, bro. Love it. Awesome. Sick, 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 bro. Yep. Adios, man. Beautiful call. Awesome. Amazing. Amazing guy. Kaspar was one of my first clients, like I just mentioned before. Amazing. Let me call Javen up. Let's talk with Javen Zane. What? I cannot even call Javen. No, honestly, bro, like Alex, he literally just sent me a message. This guy is such a bitch, bro. Like he wants to put down 1K, I guess for 1%, but it's like he just sent me a message that he doesn't. He wants to take a different approach or something. He wants to not work with us again. But it's like you don't want this guy on our team, bro. Like it's honestly, obviously he can invest some money. He can put 1K down. But it's just someone you don't want on your team in that kind of stuff. Like he's undisciplined as fuck. Yeah, sorry. I'm sorry. It's just the truth. It's just the truth. All these stories, bro, it's crazy. Yeah, bro. So it's truth. Being a reality star. Being the star of the show every single day. Everywhere you go. Anders e-commerce. Who is this guy? 40K? Okay. Jack Davies. Okay. Check this out, guys. The video is still going. It's at 836 views right now. Watch time 16.9 hours. Retention rate is terrible though. I want to make this a super long vlog. I also gotta go to sleep. Like, I don't know. We can do it. Let's do it. Let's push. Let's push. Let's go. Don't look at my iCloud, boys. Oh. It wants a code. Why is that? That's cool. Ugly ass photo, huh? How long are we at? Okay. Let's cut it down short, boys. Yes. Alright. Adios. I'll be seeing you in the next one. Peace out.